Hello, my friends. Today we will visit the U.S. state of Minnesota to see how millions of agricultural products here are produced and harvested. Minnesota is blessed with fertile soil. This advantage has helped Minnesota rank 5th nationwide in agricultural production. According to the 2021 survey, Minnesota has 81,000 farms totaling nearly 27 million acres, accounting for 50% of the state's 54 million acres. Currently, Minnesota's largest agricultural products are soybeans, corn, pigs, cattle, and milk. The state is a leading producer of sugar beets and turkeys. Agricultural production contributes $112.7 billion each year to the state's economy. Now we're on a large turkey farm in Marshall, Minnesota, where 2.5 million turkeys are raised each year. Every morning, the turkeys are released from the barn to roam freely in the pasture. They are only allowed to move within the surrounding area. With this free-range farming method, turkeys can receive 45 to 50% of their diet from pasture. Over the years, Minnesota has consistently ranked first in U.S. turkey production. With 687 turkey farms, Minnesotans raise 40 to 42 million turkeys each year, accounting for 18% of all turkeys produced in the United States. In addition to grazing on pasture, turkeys need additional indoor housing areas. Here, they are fed corn and soybean meal mixed with vitamins and minerals. On average, a turkey requires 75 to 80 pounds of feed per day. Currently, turkey farming in Minnesota is mainly for meat. On average, turkey farmers will earn $2.28 per pound. Most turkey breeds will reach maturity between 14 to 22 weeks of age. The average adult hen weighs 8 to 12 pounds, and the average adult rooster weighs 15 to 25 pounds. These are 20-week-old turkeys. They reach 12 to 20 pounds and are ready for slaughter. A group of 3 men are loading them into the vehicles and taking them to the slaughter plant. It took them up to 2 hours to finish loading 1,500 turkeys onto the truck. After a 3-kilometer journey, we arrived at the turkey slaughter farm. Every day, the state of Minnesota slaughters 2 million turkeys. In the processing plant, turkeys are shackled and hung upside down. The turkey neck is slit on a circular blade. They are then placed in a hot water bath to depilate. Next, the turkey's entire body is cleaned. Its internal organs are removed and finally packaged for export to the market. Today, the turkey industry in Minnesota employs 26,000 people and generates $1.12 billion in economic activity each year. The average salary for a turkey farmer is $31,659 per year. Take a break from the turkey farms in Marshall City. Now we're headed to the Minnesota city of Elk River to see how farmers here raise millions of pigs each year. The pigs were 10 days old and weighed 13 pounds. Now, they need to be vaccinated against disease-causing viruses. The vaccine will be injected intradermally, and the piglet will not feel any pain. Pigs are Minnesota's leading livestock product with 3,000 pig farms across the state. With about 8.6 million pigs annually, Minnesota becomes the second largest pig-producing state in the United States. This herd of pigs is 10 weeks old. They reach a weight of about 50 pounds. This time is the period of strongest development. Food and water are two important keys. This is the pig's meal of the day. Each day, adult pigs consume about 5 to 7 pounds of feed and 1.5 gallons of water. Pigs are eligible for sale when they reach a weight of 275 pounds. At this time, the farm owner will transport them to the slaughter farm using a specialized vehicle. This truck can hold up to 200 pigs at a time. At the slaughter plant, the pig is divided into 4 different cuts of meat: shoulder, loin, belly, and leg. A pig weighing about 250 pounds will yield about 144 pounds of meat. 1 pound of pork is usually sold for $2 to $4. From one pig, farmers can earn a profit of $100 to $500 after half a year of raising it. While the northern part of Minnesota is used for raising poultry and livestock, the western and southern halves of the state lead in terms of cropland. In Traverse, Martin, and Renville counties, cropland accounts for 95% of the land area. We are in Renville County, located in southern Minnesota, to visit the sugar beet farm here. The site is the state's largest sugar beet farm, with about 3.6 million tons of sugar beets and 1 billion pounds of pure white sugar produced each year. In Minnesota, sugar beets are planted around April. After 50 to 70 days after planting, the plant's roots are the size of a golf ball or larger, and the trunk is about 3 to 4 inches tall. Now is the right time to harvest. It is now the end of June. About 10 workers are at the farm early in the morning to start harvesting sugar beets. They use trucks with specialized sieves, capable of separating the radish from the stem. With this modern machine, 20 acres of sugar beets can be harvested quickly within 3 days. The average weight of a medium-sized beet is about 0.25 pounds. Yields average 26.4 tons per acre. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Minnesota produced 1/3 of the nation's total sugar beet crop in 2021. That's a whopping 12.3 million tons and 33% of the country. Second place in the country's sugar beet production ranking is the state of Idaho, with production only half that of Minnesota. Not only sugar beets, soybeans are also important crops for the state of Minnesota. Now, we invite you to Nobles County to see how farmers here grow and harvest millions of tons of soybeans each year. In 2021, Nobles County led all Minnesota counties in total soybean production, with 10.8 million bushels, according to USDA National Agricultural Statistics. It is now early November, and the leaves have turned brown and fallen, revealing ripe soybeans. And this is when farmers start harvesting soybeans. To harvest, they use a combine, which moves across the soybean fields to collect their seeds. The salary of a soybean harvester here is $10.59 an hour. The Minnesota soybean crop yielded 47 bushels per acre. Average profits per acre range from $62 to $194. On average, Minnesota farmers plant more than 88.3 million acres of soybeans. In fact, Minnesota is the third largest soybean producing state in the nation. After being harvested, soybeans are transported to the factory to be processed into nut milk and sauce. Soybeans and soy products account for 1/3 of Minnesota's total agricultural exports, with an export value of $1.8 billion. Agriculture generates more than $112 billion annually for Minnesota and supports more than 431,000 jobs. How do you feel about the way people in Minnesota produce agriculture? please comment below this video.